Jerry Spinelli is the author of many young adult novels, including Stargirl, one of my favorite novels that I will elaborate on. Jerry Spinelli was born in Norristown, Pennsylvania, on February 4th, 1941, and he is 77 years old, which I was very surprised about to learn because many of his novels are very modern. So I was surprised to find out that he's older man. After high school, Spinelli attended Gettysburg College. He then majored in English and served as the editor in the school's literary magazine. He wrote seminars for Johns Hopkins University. He was an editor for a magazine, and while being the editor, that's where he started many of his novels. He then later met his wife Eileen and had 6 children with her. One of the videos I found about Jerry Spinelli, he talks about his process of becoming a writer. One of quotes I found from his video that you will hear is, "The thing I may be proudest of all is that I am making a living writing stories," which is a quote that I found very touching and interesting because he is making a living and making money off of what he um, loves to do. And I think this is something that everyone should be able to do, something that everyone should achieve in their life. So here's an autobiography of his life.
Discovered I was not so good at hitting the curveball. And it began to be clear that I wasn't going to become a major leaguer after all. And at about that time, I took an interest in writing and traded in my baseball bat for a pencil and decided now that's what I wanted to do, become a writer. I've been lucky enough to have some nice things happen with my writing, and yet I think the thing I may be proudest of all is simply the fact that I'm making a living writing stories. No one had ever told me how hard that was going to be. It's one thing to write a book. It's another to get it published. It's yet another to sell enough to make enough money to pay a few bills, and then to follow that up with a second book that does the same thing, and a third and a fourth and so forth, until you reach the point where you can actually leave your day job and make a living at doing nothing but writing books. Nobody ever told me how almost impossibly hard that was going to be.
Jerry Spinelli wrote a number of books, a number of novels, a number of top-selling novels. A few that I found a video talking about his top 10 novels, top 10 novels, and the two that I've read by him were Stargirl and Love Stargirl, The Green, and The Right and the Blue. And Eggs on the very bottom is a part of the most most appealing to myself. And here is the video that I found. I'm then going to be talking about one of my favorite novels by Spinelli, which is Stargirl, when this pops up. Stargirl was published in 2000 by Jerry Spinelli, who is a Nobel Prize medal winning author. And Stargirl was a very top selling novel in the young adult world. And it spent a lot of time on the New York Times bestseller list. Stargirl is about the protagonist of the story. Her name is Micah, who is also known as Stargirl, where her parents moved to Arizona and start her in 10th grade at a public school. And the high school is located in a very small town where many of the students know each other. And what caught everyone's eye about Stargirl is that she is not like everyone else. She was unique, she was different, she was confident, she was happy, she was someone that people in the town didn't really know about. And that's why, and what was amazing about this novel was that she was so different, she was unique, but everyone flocked to her because everyone thought that she was this different, amazing person that everyone wanted to know. And everyone, and especially one of the boys, Leo, one of the other main characters in the novel, fell in love with Stargirl. Um, and what I really liked about this novel was that Stargirl is a great coming of age story for young women and men transitioning from middle into high school, where a lot of kids are looking for their identity and who they are. And throughout this novel, many of the characters are also searching for their identities. And um, at such a young age, I think it's great to read this book because some kids are confused about who they are and what they want to be. And I think being in the high school environment where everyone is constantly judging each other, wanting to be one upping each other, I think this is a novel where kids can read or children can read, or teenagers, I should say, teenagers should read so that they don't feel like they're alone in this world or not alone having these feelings. Because personally, when I read this novel, I felt alone in high school, but reading this novel made me feel like I am not alone in this world and I'm not having these weird feelings. And I just think Stargirl was an amazing novel for Jerry Spinelli to write. And I think that is why I chose him to do my report because this book is such an amazing book, that I think everyone should read. And I think everyone should research Spinelli because he is a great author. Just to conclude my presentation, this is my works cited page where I found out for my information. And I hope everyone is enjoyed my presentation. And please read Stargirl because I highly suggest it. And Jerry Spinelli is an amazing author.